Hi everyone, welcome to Tech Support. I'm Yunqi, and today we're going to talk about how to shoot hyperlapse and time-lapse with photos.
There are many ways to automatically shoot hyperlapse or time-lapse with a GoPro, or just record it on any video camera and speed the video up afterwards. But when shooting with film, it gives you a lower quality result since the frames per second is lower. If you shoot your own pictures, it gives you the opportunity to build your own frames per second. Today we're shooting with Canon 5D Mark IV with a 24mm L lens and a polarized filter. Later, we will use Lightroom to edit the photos, and we will jump into Adobe Premiere Pro to finalize the product. Let's start with time-lapse. Now, for time-lapse, it's a bit easier. It doesn't require movements of the camera, but you're gonna need some supplies: tripod, camera, a lens, shutter remote. This would be really helpful, and most importantly, patience. Now I'm going to import the Pike Place time-lapse from this file. And what you do is make sure all the pictures are checked. It goes all the way down. I've got like almost 1,000 pictures up here. And you do. So the order here, make sure it's sort and capture time. So everything here will be in order. And it shows that I have 1,839 pictures up here. So these would be what I want to import, and I click check all and import. So now it's gonna import. It will take a while. As now that I have all these 1,800 pictures of the time-lapse movement, now I'm going to edit it and make it look better. So this was the final product, and that's what I did before. So now I'm hitting on the slash button here. So there's before and after. Before and after. And to show you that you can clear before, after, before, after. And what I did here was to just like tone down the exposure and the contrast, and so the highlights over here isn't like as overexposed as the as what I've shot previously. So I tone it down just to make it better. And look at the adjustments that I made here. These are like really subtle adjustments. I don't want to overpower it, so everything doesn't look like it's like fake or like over exaggerating. And as now that I have over 1,800 pictures, you don't want to just like edit every single one of them. Here's the cool thing about Lightroom is that you can choose this picture that you have edited and go Command A to select all, and here's the button. You could like sync it, and normally, and once you synchronize it, look here, like it's gonna sync all the photos that you have in this file. So if I go forward to any of these and click on it, it's going to look. So here you have the before, after, before. And you can just play with these settings however you want. And go file, export, and make sure you have chose the correct folder and then export. This may take a while because you are exporting a really large file. Okay, now we're gonna take a break because this may take up to like, who knows, over an hour and a half. We can go to Adobe Premiere Pro and have your time lapse to be finalized. So the new project, and I want to change the location here because I don't want to save it in the documents. Save it at the desktop and choose. So for the name, do Hyperlapse Timelapse the Beast, because it's going to. Okay, so now we can bring the files in from File, Import, and then I believe it's this one. Yeah, that's correct. So you click on the first image and go down to options. Make sure image sequence is checked. So it's gonna bring this entire file in. So I'm gonna import them and drag it up here. Okay, now so it's gonna show that this is it. This is gonna be the time lapse. It looks like this time lapse itself, it's gonna be a minute and a second long. But for a time lapse, maybe you don't want it to be that long, so we can make some adjustments to like speed this up and make it, look better. The way to speed it up is to click on it and type Command R, so you can adjust the speed percentage up here. So for 100%, it's going to be about a minute, and maybe I want to speed it up to 200, 30 minutes. Maybe I want it a little bit faster. So let's do 450. Let's try 400. And say OK. As I look at my time lapse and I want to add a little bit more to this video by like adjusting the scale, so it looks like it's almost like zoomed out. So for that, I'm going to adjust the scale right here. So once I click it, and then it's going to show me that from in the beginning I want it to be, the scale be like maybe 135, and then I want it to be at 100, which is the original. So once you have your file finished, go ahead and go to File, Export Media, and make sure the format is at H264. The presets would be at YouTube 1080 HD. You could have gone to 4K, but that's a bit like high res, and we don't really need that really high resolution. 1080 would be good to go. And so check the settings, and if it's correct, go ahead and export. Once it has finished rendering, you will have your time lapse. Hyperlapse is a type of time lapse with movement of the camera that keeps the object in place while moving in specific distance. There are 3 important tips to make a successful hyperlapse video. First is to find an object that you want to keep at the same point of the camera. Second, you need to find reference points of consistent spacing in your location. Lastly, a tripod or monopod to keep your camera safe and steady. For my hyperlapse video, I chose to shoot at the waterfront close by the Pike Place Market. For the object of my hyperlapse is the wheel ferry, and I'm keeping the center of the wheel ferry at the same point in each frame. And for the reference point will be the distance of each fence. Once you have done all these steps, you can start shooting your own hyperlapse video.
This has been Tech Support with Yunqi. Thanks for watching.